Hey guys, it's Lizzie and this is 13 Signs a Girl Doesn't Like You. This 13 Signs thing, it just is becoming a series on this channel and it just kind of happened. I didn't like plan it or anything. There are 5 other 13 Signs videos on this channel. I'm going to link below the playlist and the links to the individual videos. Number 1, she is clearly uncomfortable with physical contact. So when a guy who I have zero attraction to is touching my arm or getting really near me, sometimes it seriously bothers me. And so to make that clear that I'm uncomfortable with that, I'll just be like, hey, can you not touch me? Or if we're like sitting next to each other and he's sitting too close to me, I'll kind of like scoot over. And so I think that maybe if a girl is like more assertive, then this will be a more clear thing that she's uncomfortable with it. But I think with most people, they intuitively, like, if something is bothering them, they'll like get away a little bit. Number 2, she doesn't laugh at your jokes. Sad day. Laughing is a form of flirting, so if a girl likes you, she will laugh at your jokes even if they're not funny. But I've noticed that when I like a guy, he is funny. So if she doesn't find you funny, that's a problem. Number 3, when you are talking to her, she keeps backing away. So I have a bubble, and in Western culture, we're supposed to stand like a little ways away from each other when we're talking. But when you like someone, you tend to get up into their bubble sometimes. If the girl doesn't like you though, she does not reciprocate that. If someone is just getting too close to me, I'll notice that I'll just like instinctively like step a little away in like tiny little steps. And so if you notice that she's doing that when she's talking to you, either you stand way too close to every single person you talk to, or she doesn't like you. Number 4, she doesn't like hugging you. And by this, I mean it's just kind of half-hearted, like, meh, then no. Or if she really avoids hugging you. So story from when I was in high school, this guy liked me and I could tell, and he would always hug me every time he saw me. And I just started like,
I can't hug you, I'm carrying too much stuff.
Or if like when you go up to talk to her, she kind of flinches away because she's like preparing for you to hug her. If she just hates the idea of hugging you, then she does not like you. Also, I've noticed that usually when I'm hugging one of my guy friends, and this isn't always the norm, but usually it'll be like one arm over the shoulder and then like that. But then when 2 people really like each other, the girl will hug under and the guy will hug over and it'll be really cute. So if that isn't happening and it's not really cute, then she doesn't like you. Number 5, you don't know who her friends are. She hasn't talked about them to you or she hasn't introduced them to you. This is a huge one just because girls talk so much to each other. If I like a guy, he needs to be approved by my best friends. They need to know who he is. They need to meet him. And when I like a guy, or even if I just meet a new guy who I'm somewhat attracted to, I tell my best friends and then we look through his Facebook pictures. Every girl does that. And side note, I'm pretty sure every guy I've ever liked, I'll be talking to my friends and they'll be around my computer and we're looking through the pictures and none of them are attractive. This is why meeting up with the girl's friends is necessary, because she has to prove to them that you are actually attractive. So anyways, if her friends don't know who you are and you haven't met them yet, then she doesn't like you. Give that some time though, because it's not like the girl like will meet someone the next day, like make sure they meet her friends. Although one time I did do it like the day I met a guy. I introduced him to my friends, but usually just try to make it look like you just happen to run into each other. Not that she's been talking about you to them every single night since she met you. Number 6, she is too busy to hang out with you. That can be a truth usually, but it's distorting the truth completely. Because when you are really infatuated by someone, you will make time for that person. So if she isn't at all willing to sacrifice time to invest in you, then she's not interested in being with you. Number 7, you mention something to do together or hanging out regarding some mutual interest. She doesn't flat up reject that, because that'd be awkward, but she's just kind of vague about it. Like, or
yeah, that sounds cool.
If she really likes you and is dying to spend more time with you, and then you mention an idea of what to do together, she'll be like,
yeah, that's a great idea. When are you free this weekend?
And she'll be able to be specific about setting something up. Number 8, when she's touching your hair when you're talking to her, it's in like short, jerky strokes rather than smooth stroking. I touch my hair so much when I'm talking to someone if I'm not comfortable around them because I'm just nervous, and so I'll just be like randomly touching my hair. But if a girl likes you, she will be like touching it in like smoother strokes. And also if the girl likes you, she'll be touching her hair even when you're not talking to her and like looking at her. Just like being in the same like vicinity as you may cause her to touch her hair. Whereas if she isn't interested in you at all, the jerky motions may just be nervousness if you're like talking to her. Number 9, she likes someone else. If she's talking to you about how she likes another guy, then she likes that guy and not you. And she could have tiny feelings for you emerging, but generally if her mind is set on liking this other guy, then she's not interested in you right now. Number 10, your conversations are about really basic things like what classes she had today, what she's studying for, what she did last weekend, maybe some funny story thrown in there. It's less of how she's feeling and more of just what she's doing. Whereas if she likes you, she'll intuitively trust you more and be opening up about mini insecurities, maybe some emotional upheaval, something that's really bothering her. Girls are highly emotional, or at least I am, and by that I don't mean just like crying a bunch, even though I do cry a lot, but we just really love expressing our feelings. And so when we get comfortable around a guy who we like, we will start wanting to rant and talk about our feelings because that's just what we like doing. Number 11, she does not go out of her way to talk to you. Now the guy is supposed to pursue the girl, and some girls might hold very strictly to that and never want to be the one initiating a hangout or texting the guy first. But most girls, if they're really interested in you, will go out of the way to talk to you more and spend time with you. And so she's doing things like avoiding eye contact when you're in the same proximity, or she just seems to be avoiding you in general, then that might just mean that she doesn't like you. And I think that if it kind of seems intentional and that she's avoiding you, it might be because she realizes that you like her and she doesn't like you back, and so she doesn't want to be leading you on. But also sometimes we can just be nervous when we're around you, so we might like avoid eye contact just because we're nervous. So make sure that like this sign is going along with other ones. Number 12, she acts more serious than silly around you. And this depends a lot on how much you know each other and just on her personality, because I tend to be really happy around people where I'll be smiling and laughing around pretty much anyone. And so you kind of want to compare it to how she acts around like random people to how she's acting around you, because I know that I'll just be crazier and happier when I'm around my best friends or talking to a guy who I may like. Around guys who are just, meh, you're kind of cool, I tend to be more like boring around them and less like crazy myself. But if she did just meet you, or if she's just more of a shy person, then it might take you a while to break through the I feel comfortable being myself around you barrier. So if she's more of an outgoing person, then look for more of the silliness and the smiling and the laughing. But if she's more reserved, then don't pay as much attention to that. Number 13, she doesn't seem to care that much about your life. She's not asking questions to get to know you better. She doesn't seem super interested in staying updated on how you're doing. Girls need to know details much more than guys, and so if she just like doesn't seem to care about like details about you, then she's probably not interested in you and she doesn't like you as more than a friend. So obviously these signs can be a lot more confusing if you are best friends with a girl and you like don't know if she likes you or not. And if you're in that situation, I would just straight up tell her, because otherwise you just have no way of knowing. I hope that this video helped you, because girls are way confusing like 80% of the time. And I will see you guys on Monday, because I have my Monday-Thursday uploading schedule that I've been sticking to perfectly this year so far. I hope this was super helpful, and make sure to check out all the other links below to the other 13 signs videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. Bye!